Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Good. Hi, Sherry.
morning, Chris.
Hi, Tanya, Jan, Joel, Janet, Kate. Let's wait just one more minute until all the guests join, and then we can start with today's Launchpad Monday call, okay? For those who are new in here, the idea for today is basically cover one specific topic for you to grow your business, okay? Um, the topic for today will be checking a little bit more about automations and workflows, okay? And then there will be homework with the opportunity to win some prizes, okay? So let's just wait a second. All right, I think we can start now. Well, for those who are new again, welcome to Launchpad Mondays. My name is Chris. I'm here to help you out on these type of calls to just learn a little bit about more features within sales process, okay? Every week we do cover a different topic, and for this week we're gonna cover the automations and workflow section of, okay? So after this call, if you have any specific questions, we will have a quick Q&A session. And then after that, during the week, what I recommend you to do is go to the Sales Process University and training courses, okay? That will deepen your knowledge about not only the topic we covered today, but also upcoming features as well, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna be sharing my screen now. Let me know if you can see it. Okay. Can you guys see my screen now? Perfect,
Yes,
perfect, perfect. All right. So once you log in here, what you will basically be seeing is your standard dashboard. Okay. So just to give you a little bit more context, automations and workflows are designed mainly for you to create sequences on the back end of your system uh, to help you out basically send bulk responses or just reminders or help you out just automate the backend of your system, especially or focusing mainly on responses, reminders, and following up with your leads and clients, right? So these automations and workflows are designed to be connected with different social media apps and integrations. Let's say that your leads are coming from, you have Facebook leads, Instagram leads, let's say social media apps leads, then it's the same for email marketing and also SMS, right? So depending on how you engage with your leads, the idea for automations and workflows is to help you out manage and follow up with those clients, okay? Now, the first thing you're gonna want to do in here is go to automation, right? And this is where you can create all of your workflows, and also probably you'll get access to pre-templates on workflows as well, okay? So in this test account, we do have a lot, all right? We're gonna go into just one of the random templates in here. Let's go to the first one. And as you can see in here, you just gotta enter to the workflow, and we're gonna show you how to create one from scratch as well, okay? So starting with this one, it might look a little bit complex at first since the workflow is designed to follow a specific sequence, Okay, so you have all these different sequences in here, but it always starts with a trigger. Okay, so triggers can be tagged or labeled with different sources. Okay, for example, this one specifically, the trigger is a response from Facebook Messenger, right? So you can always add triggers in here. It could be the trigger may differ. It could be like adding a tag on a contact, and then that specific contact with the tag can be integrated to the workflow. It can be a trigger with Facebook Messenger, for example, as a response. The same applies for Instagram. So if you click on add new trigger in here, you can see all the different type of triggers on the right panel. Okay, so whenever you want to add a sequence or edit one, you just click on this specific box that it's supposed to go, and then you look for the specific trigger or the specific action that you want to do. Okay, so in here, since we are on the trigger, you can add a tag in here. Okay, let's go with, for example, contact created. You would need to add a filter. Let's go with as a tag. Let's say there are pre-built tags on your account, and then you can select the specific tag for this contact once it's applied and the workflow is published. In this case, this specific sequence will be added to that contact, and the same applies for all of your contact list. Okay, so again, just for you to know, workflows and automations always start with a trigger. The trigger can be different depending on the approach you take, okay? And then in order to create a new workflow, you just gotta go back on the main paneling here under automation. And then on the top right corner, you can just create a new workflow. You can create one from scratch, right? It will be blank basically. And then you can select a recipe, kind of like pre-built templates, okay? You can check this out later. You do have specific topics on different workflows, okay? You have responses from Instagram, the same for Facebook. You have email drip sequences, and so on. We're gonna check, for example, appointment booking, right? Let's say you wanna you just want for your leads or clients to book appointment with you, okay? This one, once you click on the recipe, it will be created, as you can see, and then you can edit and tailor it to your business. So you can add steps or sequences in here, depending on the part of the workflow you wanna add. You just need to go to each sequence in here and tailor it. So for example, let's say the trigger in here is adding a tag. In here, you would need to add the specific tag. Let's say they are part of one line of business of yours. You just add the tag in here. If there is no tag or specific tag for the workflow you want to create, one thing you need to do is just add a tag first. And the way to add a tag, you just gotta go back and then go to settings on the left panel. And here you have the section to create tags, okay? These are the different tags that this test account has, right? And you can always add new tags in here. For example, let's say they are in the 30 day trial. Something that like that can be added as a tag. Once you add the tag, it will appear in here under automations, okay? Now, going back to this workflow again. Another triggering here would be for the lead or client to book an appointment with you. Let's say you create a calendar. We're not gonna cover on how to create a calendar, but let's say you already have a calendar created, right? This once the appointment is created, this workflow will start ticking, right? In here, you can add again different steps. And let's say we want to add one. You just gotta edit the specific action we want, right? So in this case, this is the confirmation email. What I want to do in here is instead wait, let's say 5 minutes once the appointment is booked. Basically, you are adding kind of like a standpoint for 5 minutes until the next step appears. That can be done so that it doesn't look so AI based, let's say, or so automatic, right? You can definitely tailor it so you can give the lead a little bit of time just to adjust after the appointment is booked, and they can receive the reminders via SMS or via email or whatever type of confirmation we want, right? Usually via email and SMS are the main ones, but you can definitely add other type of sequences in here, okay? So once, let's say that I want to add this specific step before sending a confirmation email, I would just need to save the action in this case. The sequence will be added in here, right? And then you gotta save it on the top right corner, okay? Once the workflow is saved, in order to make the workflow published, you just need to click on the button that is here on the top right, okay? And then you gotta save again. Perfect. Now, the same applies for the other steps that are gonna appear in the recipe or in the new workflow that you create, okay? As a standard rule, whenever you wanna edit a specific step, you just click on it, and on the right panel, you can edit everything in here. For example, on this email, the body or the message will appear to edit. You can add attachments. And also, once you finish editing the workflow, you can test the workflow or test specific parts of the workflow, right? For instance, in this case, you can just send a test email. If you want to test the email, we need to add the from email or the information that appears here as mandatory, okay? And then you can test the email. So for example, here I would need to add an email where it says send test. It will appear in here, okay? Now, if you wanna make it in draft again, just click on the button again and you can finish editing the workflow. Remember that if you wanna tailor or edit the workflow, the best practice would be to change it to draft mode so the workflow doesn't keep publishing or you change it to inactive temporarily, right? Now, let's say you finish editing all of your steps in here for the workflow. One important thing that you can check in here is the execution logs. Under execution logs is where you can basically see your workflow history, okay? This specific workflow is new, so that's why there are no history in here. But you will see under execution logs just the history on each contact. And let's say you're creating a new workflow or a new automation, and it fails or it is not working the way you are imagining or the way it's supposed to. You can check where exactly where the workflow is failing in here, okay? Now, so far, any questions regarding the workflow. You can keep it in the Zoom chat, and again, at the end of the call, we'll try to keep a Q&A session. If not, you can just raise your hand and you can unmute as well. Okay. All right. Now, going back in here, let's say you want to add workflows for your social media ads. It's important to have first, in those cases, to have your social media apps integrated within the system, okay? Even though it's not something we're gonna cover in here, you just gotta go to settings and go under integrations, and then you can just connect with your credentials all the social media apps you want for the workflows. And then if you want to use the social planner as well, that will finish the entire connection for the social media apps. Okay, that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, then if you want the workflows or automations to be connected to your calendar, the same process applies. Okay, so it needs to be first connected in the system. And let's say you work with a Google Calendar, you would go to integration as well, add the Google account for that specific calendar, and then finish connecting it under calendars and connections. Okay, the view in here is different from me, but in here you would see an add button where you can just add the Google Calendar or the Outlook calendar or any calendar you're looking for to be synced with the calendar system we have here in sales process. Okay, once it's connected, let's say you want to build an automation for appointment reminders or specific features connected with appointments, then you can do so and you can add your specific calendar as well. Okay. All right. Now, once you finish setting up the workflow, I'm gonna go back to the one we were looking for here. This is the one published. I'm gonna make it to draft again. One thing I would recommend you is just to test the workflow, okay? In order to test the workflow, you just gotta click on this on the top right corner, and you can select a specific contact to send this workflow, okay? What I would suggest you to do in this case then, for every automations or workflow you use, okay? First create a test contact or your personal contact so you can test all these workflows. And the same applies for other features or upcoming features that are gonna be checked later on, okay? Having a test contact will definitely help you out just to test different features within the sales process app, okay? Perfect. Yes, Veronica, we will get the recording as well. You don't really need to remember everything. Perfect. It will be available for all of you, okay? Now, one thing in here. One thing I want to mention as well, let's say that even though you check the training or the courses, you still have some questions or you don't feel like you're very tech savvy regarding this part. I completely understand. Workflows and automation is a topic that has a lot of potential just because it will let you automate all of your backend of your business. And that way you can see that the growth or the time saved for your business will also increase once you set it up. It may be a little bit difficult at first, but just remember that this is a one-time setup. So once you create the workflow and the automation, the rest is history. You just need to check the execution logs to see how the workflow is going and so on. Okay. And then on the top right corner, you do have the live chat as well. In here, you can look for specific topics, and it also applies for automations and workflows, okay? So let's say I want to know a little bit more about automation. Here you have different a lot of workflow articles on how to set it up. Okay, this will help you a lot. All right, let's say um, you want to create a workflow that starts with a survey or let's say a form. You just click on the one you want, and it will give you the step by step on how to create that specific workflow. Okay, this will definitely help you out. Okay, literally it gives you the step by step. Then if you want to tailor it, you can do it after checking the article. Okay. It also gives you a little FAQ if the workflow is not working the way you want. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, this is kind of like the basic and standard process on how to create a workflow and how to navigate through automations. Okay. The homework for this week will be basically creating a workflow. It could be a basic workflow, for example, receiving an appointment confirmation and then sending an email, something like that. Okay. So that's you can use a recipe or you can create it from scratch if you feel more confident. Okay. What I would recommend you is using a recipe if you're new into the automations and workflow topic, right? And then you can start editing from there, from the recipe. Okay. So let me share my screen once again. Give me 1 second. Are you guys seeing my screen again?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So in here, basically, you will see how the workflow is connected with all of your funnels and your system. Okay. So it always starts with some form of outbound or inbound marketing in here, right? This is the source of traffic. It could be either social media, it could be paid ads, SEO, it could be through email, SMS, and conversations as well. Okay. Once you receive this information from different leads, you will have access to different funnels where they can go through, right? It could be via landing page, via store, via survey, um, form, different type of features or tools where you can get the leads information. Once you get the information from the lead, you will go to the middle funnel sections where the idea would be to continue with the customer journey, right? And once they follow all the path in here, the workflow in here, the way it works is it will help you be present in the backend. So the follow-ups, for example, on the landing pages, on the forms, the reminders, all of those communication channels can be linked with automations and workflows as well. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Okay, also one thing that you can use with workflows is see the metrics and analytics as well. Okay, under execution logs, again, you will see the different sequences and metrics from each contact as well. Okay. Now, again, the idea in here would be in the next 48 hours to get the challenge to create a workflow. The idea would be to select a recipe or create a blank workflow. The idea would be for you to create it and then take a screenshot, okay, and then post it in the community group, okay, with the hashtag sales process wins, okay? And for the first seat, once you published your homework and you get the prize, the first seat would be an exclusive hot seat with coaching with Pengjun, okay? You will cover different topics such as fine-tune your offer, optimizing funnels, and basically how to expand your traffic strategy and have a better business growth for 2025, okay? The second seat would be a one-on-one ads and strategy session with Marcus, okay? You will cover topics such as split testing techniques, then insight on how to check your analytics and metrics within the system, okay? And an overall ad performance increase once you get over the training, okay? And the last seat would be a ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live on 2025, okay? One thing to keep in mind is that the first and second seat will receive this ticket as well, okay? As a bonus, all right? Now, now we can go to the Q&A sessions. Do you guys have any questions regarding the workflow or automation?
Is it possible for you just take 2 minutes, go through the steps one more time? I'm so sorry, it's not registering.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, we're gonna go one more time on how I would create an actual workflow, okay?
Great.
Now, let me share my screen. Here it is, okay. You guys can see my screen again, right? So once you log in here, I'm gonna go from scratch. You would go into you would land into the dashboard section, right? And you would go to automations. Things that are important to keep in mind. In order for the automations to fully work, you need to have integrated other features as well. For example, if you want to focus on automations and workflows for your social media apps, then your social media apps needs to be connected first, okay? We're not gonna cover that part in specific, but just one thing to keep in mind. The same applies for email services or uh, appointment reminders, and so on. Certain features needs to be pre-set up in order to fully utilize the automation section. Now, moving forward, once you have everything set up, you would create a workflow in here in the top right corner. You can do it from scratch or you can select a recipe. If you create one from scratch, there will be nothing in here, as you can see. You will need to add all the specific steps you want. But then if you create a recipe, you can select the specific topic you want. Okay, they have pre-built topics in here. Let's go with the Facebook Messenger, for example. And you will have pre-built steps for this workflow in particular, okay? The process or the sequences on what they do is very straightforward. Basically, they tell you what that specific sequence is doing, okay? And one thing to keep in mind as well, the green sequences always do a certain or predetermined action, and the blue ones are more internal action within the system, okay? That's one thing to keep in mind, okay? So, for example, let's say we go with this one for Facebook Messenger. You would start with a trigger, okay? Customer replied, reply channel. Here, you can use, for example, an exact match phrase, And that phrase could be, let's say that you have you work a lot with your Facebook chat and you want them to do or to book an appointment with you. They can use the keyword, for example, appointment. And in this case, once they type appointment in the chat, the trigger will be activated and the workflow as well. Okay, so you would just save this trigger, for example. It will assign the user, right, within your contact feature. Now, it will send an internal SMS to you, basically, internal SMS to assign the user. In this case, the user should be you or the person you're working with. It could be an employee or team member as well. Okay. And then here you have different templates, or in my case, for SMS reminder. You can add attachments as well. You can test the phone number involved. You can test this part out as well. This is not to send a screenshot, but for you to know how to utilize the system. Once the reminder is sent, the next step would be they will be add in the pending Facebook message tag. Okay. Once you guys reply or you set up the automation to reply, the next step would be that to remove the tag of pending, right? Then you have the wait 30 minutes. This can be changed. Instead of 30 minutes, could be, let's say, 10 minutes. Save the action. And here you have conditionals as well. So what this will do is basically help you out, tailor your automation. If they reply, they can do one thing. If they didn't reply, they can do another thing. And the good thing is that you can kind of like connect different workflows and automation. Let's say they don't reply in this case. If they don't reply, it can be added with another tag, and then you can create another workflow, and the trigger could be the second tag, okay? And you can create just a new workflow if they didn't do the certain action that you wanted. Once you finish editing this, you can test it out. And once you see it's working, you can just take the screenshot on your workflow, okay? Now, I do see some hands that are raised. I think Veronica, you had your hand raised as well, and Sean, I do see your hand as well. So either of you can just unmute and ask the question.
I just posted in the chat. So it's like, first of all, where do we find sales process? Because I haven't used it yet at all. And then what hashtags do we use to post the workflow, and what community? Because you said we posted in the community. So I wasn't sure because today is my first day literally getting into sales process. So I haven't used it at all. And what would be the easiest workflow to create, since I don't have any integrations yet? And I don't know if it matters or not, or if we just need to create the workflow so it doesn't matter what integrations we have.
Those are good questions. To start off, where to find sales process, you can just type in salesprocess.com, or you can, if you want to go to the actual CRM, you can just go to the link I'm going to give you now.
Okay.
And in there, you'll find, since it's your first day, Veronica, you can find the university training and everything within the link I gave you. Okay. And then the hashtag that you need to post the content with is hashtag sales process wins.
What is it again? Say it again. Sales process, what?
Give me 1 second. Let me type it down for you in the chat as well.
Okay, got it. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, sure. Then regarding the easiest workflow, I would say any of the recipes is good. just because it literally makes the workflow for you on a basic level. And then if you want to tailor it, you can do it. Um, I would say, in my experience, having the appointment reminder or the Facebook or Instagram Messenger are the easiest workflows. Um, in order to fully utilize those, you need, again, the integrations behind those beforehand. In the case of the appointment reminder, you would have to have your specific calendar integrated or synced with the calendar system we have in the sales process. That's on another topic, but it can also be checked in the live chat that I showed before. Okay, you just check on calendar or how to set up calendar, and you will find the step by step on how to do that. And then the same applies for the social media apps. You need to first go to settings and then integrations and connect the social media apps in order to fully utilize uh, those specific workflows. Okay.
And then I have
And
other
then,
questions from that. So for calendar, so sales process doesn't have a calendar, does it?
yeah, it does have a calendar system, and it can be synced with your personal or business calendar. If you use Google Calendar, for example, you can integrate that with the calendar system we have under sales process. And whenever you book something, either in your Google Calendar or in the sales process calendar, it will be reflected in the other calendar as well.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm. And then regarding where to post, you should find under your emails a community group, okay, under Facebook, where you can just post uh, those contents and the homework as well, and the upcoming homeworks, okay.
Thank
Yeah, as Sherry mentioned as well, all the links are, again, under the CRM. You just gotta go to the link I gave you, and in the start from here option, that's where you can move forward. Okay,
Got it. Okay.
perfect. Um,
Hi there. This is Sean. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Sean. Yeah, I
Hi.
can hear you now.
This is my first Launchpad Monday, and I'm just starting to learn from an assistant of mine about the software called Go High Level. Is this based on that?
Not really sure about is it another CRM as well, Sean?
It's a software that a lot of people will white label. So, for example, it's all built out, and then Peng Joon would customize it for exactly what you guys teach. I mean, did you guys build this from scratch, or is it based on that Go High Level software? Just so that it'll help me give some context about what we're learning.
That I wouldn't know, since I'm part of the onboarding teams, on the weekly onboarding teams, uh, about a month and a half ago, right? Not really sure what systems they are using, but you
Okay,
can
sure.
definitely try and ask in the community as well if you're
Right.
planning on putting other systems involved as well. Okay.
Okay. I have questions about integrating with this software from our old CRM. And that might not be the right question for today's topic. But the questions are about, for example, it looks like everything is kind of connected inside of this software. So what about connecting our own web page? Do we just do that through buttons and integrations, or does the web page actually kind of live in here? And again, that
Um, Yeah, regarding connecting a landing page that was created outside sales process, unfortunately, you cannot do that. What you can do is, if you have access to your domain, probably if you have an active website, you have a domain and a website created, and they are linked with each other. what you could do is create a subdomain and create new landing pages within sales process. That's something you could do, or you can use certain tools within the sales process to get information or to get, yeah, basically data from outside sources. Let's say you can create a form or a survey or something like that in sales process, get that link and use it in your website.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
something you could do, but connecting the actual website, there is no option for that, unfortunately.
Okay. Um, and let's see, as far as bringing in I currently have Infusionsoft software, and just wondering about, do you know much about the most efficient way to bring over the tags we have already been using and that kind of thing?
You mean the tags? What I
Just
would
like
say,
the contacts and their data that comes with them, the
yeah,
best way.
basically, let me show you real quick. Do you guys see my screen again?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Basically, in order to import your contacts, that's a good question you can find in the live chat as well, Sean. This will help you out a lot. For example,
You
how
said I can find the answer where?
in the live chat
Okay.
on the top right corner, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and I'm gonna show you where to look it up as well.
Okay.
So in here, in the live chat, this is a chat icon, right? That you can see in here.
Right.
Uh, if you type in the specific question you have, you gotta use specific keywords like import and contact. Um, on the first one, you will have the step by step on how to do it. Okay. And then on just to show you how it's done, let's say you already have a contact list with the tags you want. Okay. You would just go into contacts and then there is an option that says import contacts in here. You just need to have the file ready. It needs to be in a CSV format, just to keep in mind. Okay. And the size would be up to 50 megabytes in this case. You'll have to have headers on that contact list. All right.
Right. So we would
Once
choose which of the tags and data we want to bring over, email, phone number, different things like
exactly,
that. Okay.
exactly. And once it's done, you just map those in here and just continue and finish, and it will be imported during a few minutes. Okay.
And how would we tag all of those people at once to show that they were imported from a certain place?
Well, they will, if you import a contact list, they will be uploaded as a smart list. So it will be kind of like a group, a big group.
Okay.
And then if you want to add a tag, a specific tag for the new imported contacts, you just select all of the contacts that you just imported and you can add a tag in here as well. Here there's an option of add tag and add the specific tag for all of those contacts. Okay.
Right. Okay. So the concept of smart list, do we name that list, or does the software automatically kind of look for groups of people that have something in common? What does it mean, smart list?
I think you can name it. That I'm not really sure, but you can just check once you have the file ready for sure.
Okay. Well, I have a few more questions, but I can't see if other people have their hand up. So if you want, I can continue, or you can talk with someone else.
Um, Give me 1 second. I do have one from Kate.
Yeah, just come back to me then when you're done, if you have time.
Yes, I do have time for a couple of questions again. Feel free to ask them.
So in setting up an automation, if we want to send it to just parts of the list, but we want to exclude other parts. Where does that take place? It's like the
Uh,
people who have this tag, but not the people who have that tag, they get subtracted and all of that. Where is that indicated in the automation?
well, it's pretty clear in the trigger. So people who have a certain tag, those are the contacts that will receive that workflow or that automation specific. And then if you don't want them to be part of that integration anymore, or sorry, that automation anymore, you can just delete the tag for those contacts. And then the trigger really depends on the approach again or the strategy. But another trigger would be if your lead sends you a message, that message will start the automation, right?
So
So
I guess I haven't had it really integrated with social media messaging or email messaging before, where it automatically tags them. Give me an example of, for example, if I post an organic post and
mhm.
someone replies to it, sales process is tied in with that so that that person instantly gets tagged.
It will be added as a contact first.
Okay, but it needs to have more information than just that, right? It needs a tag.
Exactly. That's why I mentioned you can use like other tools such as forms or uh, let's say funnels to capture all the information from the lead, and then you will be seeing that under the as a new contact basically. And once it's added into your contact list, then the rest um, of the work or the automations can just flow.
Okay, so just replying to Facebook doesn't do it because it's not enough information from the person. They have to reply with their contact information, right? And then they get
Well,
added.
for the automations to work, no, it can for the basically for the automation to work, you just gotta follow the trigger. In the case of only replying or doing something like that, then that trigger in specific can be used. But if you want to add a tag, probably you will need to have more tailored automation or workflows so you can have more information about that contact.
So what I'm saying is if they just reply, but they have not yet given me an email address, how is that going to be helpful? I won't be able to communicate with them, will I? Or does this actually integrate and it can reply back to them on that platform without having their
I
email?
Probably you can in the automations you can set up the responder or the replies to get more information about your lead to get it to a contact. So
So you're saying it can actually run, it can manage or operate a reply in a software like Facebook. It's not
exactly,
only
once it's
about,
connected.
okay, I thought it was only about email marketing, but that's great.
No, no, I mean email marketing is one of those options. Also, social media apps, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, right? And then also
And
SMS.
it can do an automated reply to those. So it's almost like a bot or something. So okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great.
Mhm.
Um,
All right.
Sean,
Um,
yes.
You can go to the help tag, tag in how to create something like a response in for social media. Because based on Chris said, when you create the social media workflow, there's supposed to be, you can add in an action. For example, you respond with a short message like, thank you for contacting me. Can you give me more information? What is your phone number, or what's your email address? Or you can give it a short survey, some kind of a, you know, a, an action for that person to input their contact information in order for you to going through the next step. Things
Right.
like, oh, you're up in for us to contact you through your phone, something like that. That's my understanding, right, Chris?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's still I'm not used to, like, for example, whatever the person says, it may not be able to customize a response based on what they have said, but just the
Sean,
fact that
yeah, I know. This is what my understanding. Let's say you start a seminar. Basically, you want to focus on one thing, right? Let's say you do the advertising, so you do the social media and you did a webinar. So everything, the trigger goes to one workflow. So you focus on one thing, so you're not gonna be all over the place. So that'll be easier for all the contacts coming in. They're gonna be all targeting into this one integration, one workflow. Doesn't matter where the lead's coming from. So you can focus on one. That way you don't get lost. I think that'll be very helpful. Don't you think?
so you're saying, well, what if we have more than one program at a time? But you're saying just do one at a time. And,
You,
the
you
social
right now
media,
you're focused on one, because when you get the leads, they're coming from all over the place, right? For example, you did a advertising, Facebook advertising, or you did a social media. You ask people to respond to a keyword. That's another way, right? Maybe you have a VA, did a cold call, did a cold email, whatever that thing is. You try to funnel everything into one workflow in order for them to be filtered, right? So it
right,
doesn't matter what you're doing, that probably you need to focus on one thing. For example, you wanted to take people go to your seminar in order to get a appointment, so you can get a either low key or high coaching, right? Either way, you want to filter all the leads into your funnel. So that thing maybe like Sean's coaching program. You want everything go to the funnel. And in order to filter the one who's really serious now, who's really clicked the I want a one-on-one coaching, or I'm buying into this low-key webinar course, you know, so that's the whole idea. Everything you do is you want to get people into this one funnel. All
right.
the lead sources get into one funnel. Does that make sense?
Yes, except we can be running more than one of those at a time. At first, I thought you were saying you can only do one thing at a time, but you could be
No,
doing,
I mean you're focused on one force. I mean everything going to one funnel, because the lead source could be many things. Could be advertising, could be your social media, right? Could be your warm lead, and you just make some calls to your friends, your colleagues, or it could be in many, many ways, but they all come into this one workflow. So give a little bit of time, because I'm new too. Chris is really patient. Uh, just try to get into all the courses. So little by little, you're gonna start having the ideas. Like today, I start understand a little bit, and this is I'm being here like a month, and so probably
Also, just one thing to keep in mind, Sean, I would say starting with automations as your first Launchpad Monday, it could be a little bit tricky.
yeah,
Um, just because, again, automations and workflows is just a whole separate topic.
right.
I
No,
would
I
say,
understand. And I've
yeah,
been
I would
doing,
say it's one of the biggest challenges within the system.
right.
Just because again, it has a lot of potential and You can tailor it according to your business, and you can play around a lot with the automations part.
Yeah, I
But
do understand it pretty much because I've been running automations in other software. So yeah, no, you're right. It's more complex. But then that leads me to another question. Can we just send out single broadcasts? I'm used to having sort of an area where, okay, here's just a single email that we send out to the whole list. It's
yeah,
not part of any
that
automation. Yeah, where does
definitely
that take place? Can you show
that
me
would
where
be
that happens?
under yeah, that would be under marketing, and then next to the social planner
Can
tab,
you
you will
share,
have
could you share your screen on that?
yeah. Give me 1 second.
Thanks.
Here under emails, here's where you can um, create the campaigns for your emails, okay? And you can um, set it up basically, okay? We're not gonna cover that in this call again,
Okay,
just because it's mainly focused on automations, but definitely you can check that up in there, okay?
sure. Thank you.
Mhm. All right, guys, since we ran out of time, I hope you guys can join to the other calls as well. Oh, Veronica, I think you have one more
Yes.
question, right?
And one last question. Is this just the onboarding call that we just come once, or do we come here again? Or Mondays is just for brand new people who are just getting introduction to sales process?
Monday is mainly to cover a specific topic within the sales process, right? Give me one quick
So that's
second.
something we'll still continue coming to, right?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't just for like one time that we just come here for orientation, but then we go to like all the other days. Okay, got it. Awesome.
Perfect. Give me 1 second. I just want to show you one more thing. Here it is. Okay. Can you see my screen again? Can you see my screen, Veronica?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so for you and for you as well, Sean, these are the weekly calls that we have. Okay, Mondays basically Launchpad Mondays to check a specific feature and do the homework, right? For that feature. In this case, it was automation. Tuesday, you have funnel forging, helps you out with how to build the funnels and landing pages in general. Wednesday is feature fiesta. Okay. Basically, it will give you the latest features and updates within the system. Thursdays, you have the CRM Connect call where you can just set up the backend of your system, like the CRM, your emails, and the best practices on how to use the system. And then on Fridays, you have basically a quick session FAQ with me where you can just ask about any random topic that you may have or any pain point that you are currently experiencing with the system, so I can take note on that and pass it into the operation teams internally, okay?
Got it. Awesome. So basically, if we're just starting for us, it's good to be on every call, right?
Yeah, or as many calls as possible. And also probably you will have questions. So going over the university course and the trainings will definitely help you more. And then in addition to that, go to these weekly calls just to have a better idea and just interact with the community as well. Okay?
Got it. And all the trainings are in the sales process, right?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Yeah, you're all, there is a replay for these. You'll have access on this as well. Okay. All right,
Awesome.
guys. Hope you guys have a nice week. Happy Monday.
Just a quick question. Where are the replays? Where do we find those? Do they go out
You
in
should,
an email or? Oh,
yeah, you should find them via email and in the community in Facebook as well. All
okay,
right.
thank you.
Perfect. All right, guys, have a nice week and let's meet in the next calls. All right.
Think about
Bye bye.